Right. So let's understand Saturn now. Saturn in our chart, what it represents, what things it represents on its own, and what is its nature and how it impacts our life. As I always feel that Saturn has the highest say in our life, and it it decides the trajectory of life. Okay, what you are getting, what you are not getting, is decided by Saturn. Okay, eventually everything comes back to Saturn. Okay, that's it. So Saturn represents everything which we don't like in our life. It represents delays, hard work, perseverance. It represents difficulties, miseries, challenges, obstacles, illnesses. It represents limitations, restrictions, boundaries. It represents duties, responsibilities. Uh, it represents death. It represents time. It represents law. It represents justice. It represents discipline, organization. It represents structure. It represents maturity of the person, realistic nature, practicality of life. Old age, it represents life lessons. It represents laziness. It represents hard work. It represents repetitive efforts. So this is the main thing about like every planet, not only about Saturn. They can represent opposite things also. Like I just said, it represents laziness. It represents hard work. Both. Okay. It depends on the person how he works through it, works through the planetary energy. It also represents service to the people. Okay, like Venus represents indulgence. Also, Venus represents service and devotion. Also, okay. So we cannot say this planet is all good and this planet is all bad. It all depends on how you are going to utilize that planet. So it represents laziness. Saturn represents laziness and procrastination. Also, say Saturn represents the hard work factor. Also, it represents repetitive efforts, doing something so repetitively day in and day out that you become perfect at it. That is also seen from Saturn. Saturn's nature is most malefic. Among all planets, like there are 4 5 planets which are malefic, I consider Saturn as most malefic. It is neuter by gender, okay, neither male nor female. It is not a relationship oriented planet. Okay, there is no relationship in Saturn's life. If we go into mythology, also Shani, and there is no like mention of any relationship of Saturn, any positive relationship, any relationship in which he got any happiness. Uh, so nature-wise, it is most malefic and neuter. Gender-wise, its maturity age is 35 to 36. So some astrologers say 35, some astrologers say 36. That is fine. Sign-based dignity-wise, exaltation Libra 20 degree. It is exalted at Libra 20 degrees. It is Mool Trikon sign is Aquarius, Moon sign is Capricorn. Friendly signs are Taurus, Gemini, and Virgo. Uh, Enemy signs are Leo, Cancer, and Scorpio. Neutral signs are Sagittarius and Pisces. Debilitated sign is Aries, 20 degree again. Okay. So exaltation is Libra and debilitation is Aries, opposite signs at 20 degree each. House based strength is like seventh house in which it gets the directional strength, and the first house is where it loses the directional strength. Its speed is like 2.5 years. It takes 2.5 years to cover one sign. This is the basic difference between Moon and Saturn. Moon covers one sign in 2 days, 6 hours. Okay, less than 2.5 days. It covers one sign, and Saturn takes 2.5 years to cover the same sign. So this shows the like what is like why like Saturn has the most impact. It stays in one sign for such a long time period. It retrogrades for about 6 months in a year. It can go direct also, it can go retrograde also. So every year it goes retrograde for about 6 months in a sign. Now combustion of like Saturn is like curious case, because in all the other combustion, sun is impacting the other planet. Okay, sun, moon, sun, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, and all. Whenever they are conjunct and all with sun is impacting them. But this is one case where Saturn impacts sun. So when like Saturn gets combust or comes very close to sun degree wise, your sun related significances will be impacted negatively, like someone's relationship with his father can be difficult, someone's relationship with authority figures or government can be difficult, distant relationship from father is somewhere else, the person is somewhere else, it can be like lots of ego clashes, ego clashes with authority figures, issues with the government. So this is what it is showing, like this Saturn impacting Sun. So when Saturn gets combust theoretically, but in practically, like Sun is getting impacted by Saturn's presence. Okay. So this is like one curious case regarding combustion of Saturn, which actually impacts the Sun, not the Saturn. Okay. Saturn doesn't get impacted by any planet. Okay, Saturn is the one which impacts every other planet. I hope it is helpful. Thank you.